All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there that's pushing this 1% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. Okay, this is going to be a lesson, my 2 cents on the docu-series Out of Sight. Okay, my 2 cents on the documentary or docu-series Out of Sight. Okay, which basically was an expose of Hollywood, but in particular Nickelodeon. Okay, Nickelodeon, as well as, well, chiefly a man by the name of Dan Schneider, who was a writer who worked for Nickelodeon. Okay, he was a writer slash producer, and who was credited with creating and writing shows. The show Drake and Josh, all that, the Amanda Show, and there's a few others. But those shows made Nickelodeon a lot of money, and it made Nickelodeon pretty big, right? So they were going, which is very telling for Gen Z. You know, people that's Gen Z, people that's or like a 90s kid, whatever. You grew up watching these shows. You know, it's an eye opener, because they go into how basically this dude Dan Schneider was a demon. He was a full-blown demon. Okay, and he the things he was putting into his shows, the type of things he was making the children do, like different sexual things in the shows, like sexual innuendos or subliminal things, right? They had one Jake on the show, all that, one boy, and they show how they made him a character called Nose Boy, but on his costume for the noses, you could clearly see that they were penises. Okay, they didn't look like noses at all, and they had this one shot where he sneezed, and then it was supposedly snot all over another black chick face, which, you know, if you, now that you're older, looking back, you understood what they was meaning by that. And they show all the different, like, multiple shots like that, which is basically a pornographic shot, or a pornographic, you know, shot in a scene, right? They had one clip with Ariana Grande before she was super famous, doing some shit on the camera, and you can clearly see that it's meant to be sexual, right? They went into how he would get real fond with the little girls, and promised them shows like the Amanda Show. She was on All That, right? And they showed you how too a lot of these parents they be with it, right? Because they had a different people in the docu-series that came from Nickelodeon or Hollywood, being child stars, speaking about the set and how things were at Nickelodeon. But all the ones that became big stars, none of them went on the show. Okay, but it wasn't just Dan Schneider. They showed too how they had other dudes working for Nickelodeon that was doing foul shit, right? Yeah, the one dude, you had if any brothers familiar with the show Drake and Josh, you had Drake. He was on the show, on the documentary, and he basically, that was his first time exposing that it was like a language coach, something like a dialogue coach is what they called him. But he basically he raped him, He manipulated. They show how his dad, Drake dad, was the one that was going to his shows and filming and all that stuff. His mom never took him, but the dude basically manipulated Drake and manipulated his mom into making the mom his new manager, because the dad was the manager, right? But they showed you too how the dad was in the way, but the dude that raped him basically got his dad out of the way. He manipulated the mom to making him take him to his house and let him sleep at his house, and that's when all the shit happened, right? So they show you stuff like that. But the main guy, Dan Schneider, he never got any real charges, but you can see he doing all type of shit behind closed doors just by the way he talking and moving with the children. It's just nothing never came out like that. And of course the guy is a small hat, which if you look him up on Wikipedia, it's not going to tell you he's a small hat, but I did some digging and found out that he actually is a small hat, which you just look at him and you hear the name, you already know, okay? But they show you that they try to hide it too sometimes when they do foul shit, so they don't boost the stereotype, right? But that's Esau for you. But the point I'm going into with this docu-series is just another hit, basically, on top of Esau being exposed. Not only Esau being exposed, but everybody being exposed. This year, like that nigga Cat Williams said, 2024 is the year of truth. Basically, he said something like that. So it's been a lot of people being exposed this year. A lot of things coming out. And that shows you that we're getting closer and closer to Judgment Day. Right? But I just want to get some scriptures on how this man Esau is being exposed. This is prophecy coming to pass. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is the counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Right, talking about Esau, because they're catching more L's than they're used to catch. Like the scriptures say, he's not in trouble as other men. Which even, these different Hollywood directors and guys that end up getting taken to court by people that they manipulated and did weird shit to, a lot of them get off. Or things come out, but they don't really do no time. The dude that did what he did to Drake on the show, right? The guy Drake Bell, which he should have been old enough to get himself out of that or not get in that situation. But when you watch the documentary, the mom really just gave him over to him. Okay, the dad was trying to protect him, but anyway, the dude that did what he did to him, he did a little time. I think he did 2 years, and when he got out, if that, I think they just gave him probation. After that, he was fired by Nickelodeon, but Disney Channel hired him. A known, P word. Disney Channel, knowing that, hired him. So that's just more proof that these people, it's all tied together. They want to talk about human trafficking, this and that. You got the guy, sheriff, I believe in Orlando, stay busting different trafficking rings, and it's always around Disney World. They have different Disney World employees, right? But that docu-series, it's just the fact that stuff like that is even coming out and being, mainstream. This shows you all the so-called conspiracies and all that. It's true. People, Hollywood being controlled by a bunch of, P words and devil worshippers. It's true. Them being small hats. It's true. Which means Esau's being exposed, which is his power. His power is based upon secrecy and deception and hiding. But him being exposed and the truth coming out, that hurts him in a major way, right? Jeremiah 49:8, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him, which the Lord is visiting Esau now. He's on his way. If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes, some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret parts, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbor, and he is not. Okay, so the Lord is basically going to totally destroy Esau. He's going to totally expose him, totally take everything from him, because that's how Esau operates. He don't show no mercy. Esau don't show no mercy. Okay? So the Lord's not going to show him any mercy. He wants everything. He wants to take everything, and he be doing too much. He be doing the most. So the Lord's going to do the most to him. Okay? And these different docu-series coming out, these people coming out and, speaking about, which you have this new case with Diddy, right? You got this one dude suing Diddy for some recent stuff that basically said Diddy did to him as recent as 2022. And when you get into the court documents, it's a lot of talk about there being an alphabet gang within the media industry, within Hollywood, okay, of moles, and they operate with blackmail, okay, which is basically the same thing that was going on with J.E., the man himself, another small hat. When you get into the flight list and all of the people, the names on there, that's basically what was going on. Which that's how they keep these different celebrities and whatnot in line. And also in the court documents, it said the head of the gang is Lucian Grange, and that Lucian Grange and Diddy are lovers, and Diddy is basically number 2. Lucian Grange being number 1, which he's a small hat. All right. Any more in this? I read a little more. Verse 11. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. Right. A portion of Edomites is going to be reserved for slavery. Okay, we're going to make the women concubines, same way they did ours. All of them over here in America are going to be destroyed. But the elites and different Edomites and bunkers and the high level ones, they going straight into slavery, because they're going to escape the initial judgment. All right. So that's pretty much it. Just something I wanted to speak on. All brothers should check out that docu-series, which is on Salakia, which is on HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, I believe that's the only thing it's on. But it's a real eye-opener, man. Showing you that, these devils, and the guy, Dan Schneider, he confirmed my suspicion how these small hats are given missions. They're given tasks by their fathers, by their leaders, right? They get sent out to do certain things and to take over certain sectors and industries and funnel the money back up top, and also to gain control so that they can push the filth they believe must be pushed so that their so-called kingdom can come into effect. I'm talking about the small hat people, right? Which that's not far-fetched, because when you get into the history of the Rothschild family, the father, Nathan Amschel Rothschild, I believe his name was, you get into the history, I believe he had 5 sons, and which these are small hats, sent his 5 sons to different parts of the world to gain control of the banking system, different banking systems. So who was not to say that okay, here, your mission is to gain access into Hollywood. We want you to work for a child network where you push this type of stuff. Which the guy, he said it, they got a quote from him saying, my goal is to keep children the ages of 8 to 16, something like that. He said 8 to 13, 16, something like that, glued to the TV set. That's what he said. He said, my goal is to keep them glued to the TV set. So right there, that told you what his mission was. Because again, these different shows he had, they influenced a whole generation. The purpose that they use Hollywood as a tool, and the fact that he have so many different people that's above him that allow him to push out the stuff that he was pushing out, which that was his whole excuse. Every time he get questioned, he said, well, I have many people that's supposed to as many checks and balances. So if I'm able to do these things, if I'm able to do all these things and nobody is stopping me, that means it's okay. Which that does show you that the people he worked for are down with it. So it's an agenda. It's an actual bigger thing going on. All right? So that's just something that I wanted to speak on. Lord willing, it was edifying. Okay? Because there's more scriptures you could bring up. I just want to give my 2 cents on it. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Hakodash. And to the next one, Shalom.